from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, we've got baseball on the show. It's the Athletics taking on the New York Yankees. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up next. And taking the ball for the Yankees, Joe Ryan. Ready for baseball here. In New York, this is Corbin Carroll. And the home opener is underway. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball one.
Here's a fun fact on Corbin, and I don't know if everyone remembers their first jersey, but Carroll certainly does. He used to rock an Ichiro Suzuki growing up.
1-2. Oh, that got him. First batter of the game is hit by the pitch. Anthony Santander at the plate. This is another guy capable of hitting tape measure home runs. Just missed. Ryan, 29 years old, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2018. Carroll aboard here at first with nobody out. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. The 2-2 now. And down on strikes he goes. One out. Here comes Christian Yelich. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Man, safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. Got him. Larry Bullard rings him up. And here's the slugger who starts at DH, Brent Rooker. Foul ball there. Man at second. Fouled off. He was late. The 0-2. Cut on and missed. J.P. Crawford stepping in now for the Yankees. Oh. Great. Woo. There's the strike. Swings and misses. Went back to the sinker, and it was successful. Here comes Aaron Judge. This one in the air, right field. Marsh running hard. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Again, he isn't really known as a starting pitcher that's going to get you deep into the start. It's not that he's not capable. He just hasn't proven that he can do it yet. And the 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
He's got such great stuff. You just don't know from start to start whether it's a potential no-hitter or it's a guy that's only going to give you 3 or 4 innings.
2 outs, base is empty. And here comes Bellinger. This one drilled right center field. That one heading for the fence and gone. A gigantic blast. Here's Juan Soto. No question about this one. It's out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. So 2 down. This is Willie Castro. 0-1.
But for the most part, with that kind of stuff, you expect him to get to the middle of the ball game.
Left field. And it falls. And that extends the inning.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Really nice job staying inside with his hands to fight off that pitch. Man, that cutter was bearing in on him, but he found a way to stay with his approach, didn't spin off it, and he hit it pretty well.
Dominic Canzone stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Hammered down the right side, but foul. What does he need to do in order to get deeper into the game?
Well, I'd say it's command of the secondary pitches, because when you're talking about turning over the order a second and third time and hitters are getting looks, you've got to be able to put a wrinkle on something, change speeds, and locate it enough so that they offer at it. Ultimately, you want them to swing and chase a pitch that teases the zone and ends outside the zone. But so far, he hasn't been able to do that consistently.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Man on second, 2 down. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Now one missed. Snaps it to third. Payoff pitch. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Yelich settles under this one. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. We move ahead to the top of the 2nd now. This is Bryson Stott. On the ground to first, and he can't come up with it. Flips it, and they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they clean things up for the out. Alejandro Kirk stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Base knock right field. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Andres Jimenez in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. And a 1-1. That one fouled off. Man at first, 1 away. Goes down looking for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. Next up for the A's, Luke Keeschel. He swings and fouls one off. Now the 0-1. And a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. Kirk off of first with 2 away. What a stop. Throw to second in time. Got it. Back at Yankee Stadium and stepping in for the Yankees, Nolan Arenado. Saying he wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff in the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
The count 2-1. That one pushed foul. And it finds its way through for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. And here is Sosa to the plate.
Ball outside.
Late swing fouled off. The 1-2.
Ball.
This one in the air, center field. Carroll under this one. Takes it in for the out. One out man at first. Edgar Carroll stepping in now for the Yankees. And foul ball. You'll one. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. It's through for a hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone. Back to the top of the Yankee order. J.P. Crawford gets a chance to hit. That one's upstairs, ball one. On a line out towards center. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. Now a relay to third. Save. Not in time to get him, and it's first and third with two away. It's Aaron Judge now. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With two outs, still lock in with a quality at bat, drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
Ball.
2 on, 2 outs. Cuts and misses. It's top half of the third inning. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Out towards right center field. Castro on his way over. He's got it. And there's one down. Here's Corbin Carroll now, the former first-round pick back in 2019 by the Diamondbacks. The kid from Seattle that grew up getting to watch Ichiro play. That's a base hit, and that's a one-out single.
All over that one right there. He put a great swing on that ball. Took the barrel right to it. Nice extension as well. 105 exit.
Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw gets by him at second. On the ground to the left. Slings to first in time. And now it'll be Christian Yelich. He's 0 for 1.
Number 22, Christian Yelich.
And he grounds one to the right side. Fires over to Bellinger. Inning over. As we go to the last of the third. And stepping in for the Yankees, Cody Bellinger. High fly ball down the left field line. Carrying well. And it is out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game. Juan Soto now. That pitch gets the inside corner. Strike one.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
In the air, left field. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Safely into second. He's got a double.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that.
And now, Willie Castro swings through that one for strike one. Swing and a ball softly hit out into left center. Base hit! And they're at the corners with nobody out.
Well, that's one of those knocks where you almost expect to get some jabs from your teammates when you get back to the dugout. Kind of just punts it out there the other way. Didn't hit it real hard, but he got just enough of it to dunk it behind the infield. And I tell you what, you'll take those every day you can get them.
The 0-1. Swing and a foul out of play. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact. So not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind it.
Nice stop. The feed for one. They get the out, but the run scores on the twin killer. Base is empty after the double play. Nolan Arenado stepping in now for the Yankees.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
2 down, nobody on.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
And the 2-2. Got him swinging for the K. He's notched 4 strikeouts. As we go to the top of the 4th. Now the A's designated hitter, Brent Rooker. Line drive to short and caught. 1 pitch and 1 out. Now it's the second baseman, Bryson Stott. Line drive could be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. Here comes the throw into second, and he's got a double.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Man at second. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Well, you can't expect to get a great pitch to hit with an open base and a runner on second. He's going to have to really tighten up his sights here. Make sure that he can barrel up the ball.
Kirk started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first. Yes, he did. That's a swing. Here's Andres Jimenez. Struck out looking at his first at bat. Smoked on the ground a second. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, ready to go, bottom 4. Lenny and Sosa stepping in now for the Yankees. And a foul ball.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
Swings through that one for strike 2. Inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Up next for the Yankees, the
Edgar
catcher,
Caro
Edgar
will hit next. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up. Line drive, base hit. So that will bring up the top of the order with 1 away.
Waste no time there. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone. He was clearly ready to jump all over it.
Now, J.P. Crawford. Crawford in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. In the dirt, Caro, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Hammered down the right side, but foul. The 1-2. In the dirt. Here's a 2-2. Runner on the move. Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. It's 5-0.
Picks himself up an RBI. This is why hitters work so hard on driving the ball gap to gap in batting practice. There's a lot of room out there. And if you can rip one into that open space, it usually means extra bases.
Aaron Judge at the plate. One out and a runner at second. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Here comes the 0-1. And Judge spoils that one. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. There comes an 0-2 to Judge. On the ground right side. Judge out on the play.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Here's Cody Bellinger.
Number 35, Cody Bellinger.
Base hit and a run comes in.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
So a new pitcher on the mound for the A's, Gavin Stone.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
That is the inning. Luke Diesel getting ready to hit.
The third baseman, Luke Diesel.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. Into the outfield, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Oh, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime.
Runner takes off. Up the middle. Oh, great stop. And they get the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Carroll up for the third time here. Watches that one miss. Swing and a ground ball. And foul ball. Man at second. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Ground ball to the right side. Bellinger takes it to the bag. 2 gone.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there. Just rolled over it. Got a ground ball.
Anthony Santander, the next to hit. He has, as they like to say.
Let me guess, Boog. Light tower power?
That's right. Here's a 1-1. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
Stays alive. Here's a 1-2. And look out. That one gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one. So they're at the corners now. Now it's Christian Yelich. Up the middle, Crawford. And the inning is over. Back now in the Bronx. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Willie Castro stepping in now for the Yankees.
You know, these Yankees, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well. With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
And a base hit right there. And the leadoff man aboard.
The batter, number 8.
In now is the Yankees DH, Dominic Canzone. Swing and a ball popped up. Keishel under it. And there's one away. One out man at first. Here's Nolan Arenado. 1 for 2. Slides for the stop. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. All set for the top of the 6th. Now the A's designated hitter, Brent Rooker. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
You know, these Athletics finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. They've had their chances with runners in scoring position, but nobody's been able to deliver a big hit in those situations. And you got to give some credit to the other side as well. They've been able to get out of a few tough jams, but frustration is mounting for this offense, no doubt.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Bryson Stott now at the plate. Fastball is outside.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
That one lifted to left. 2 away now. And here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Check swing went around. Strike 1. Swing and a ball lifted to center field. And that'll do it. Back at Yankee Stadium, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Lenny Sosa stepping in now for the Yankees. And a base hit up the middle. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
1 away. Third time through the order now. Stepping in, J.P. Crawford. And first offering is fouled off. Foul ball. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Lead runner around second. And they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Judge swings through it for strike one. Judge rips that one. He makes the grab. Runner tags from third. Runner from third in to score. It's 6-0. Here comes Cody Bellinger. 3 for 3 with a pair of home runs and a single. The 1-1 comes up empty. That's strike two.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Oh, nice play. And that's a great play for the out. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
Singy, were you superstitious as a player?
No.
I'd say a little bit, and I wouldn't want to admit it, but I think, you know, you have a good game the next day. You're maybe thinking a little bit when you're putting your spikes on. Which one did I put on first? What did I eat? You know, let me just bring that back into today.
So you weren't superstitious, you were a little stitious.
Yes, I was medium stitious. We've got some superstitions up here in the booth, and you never can say, hey, this game's going really fast early in the ball game.
Yeah, that is one of the ways that we are capable of. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still finds a way to get off a throw. Save. It was never going to be easy after the misplay. Next up for the A's, Luke Keeschel.
Ball, low.
And a swing and a miss there.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
To second for one. And two. What a play. Base is empty after the double play. Brandon Marsh up next for the A's. To the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Bottom of the seventh. So now the Yankees cleanup hitter, Juan Soto.
Juan Soto.
Swings here and blasts one left field. Gone. He dunks it off the foul pole. Another homer. His second homer of the night. And they tack on to their lead. It's 8-0. So up next for New York, Willie Castro. 3 for 3 with three singles. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Cole Sands.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
This one in the air, center field. One down. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
And he'll reach second with one away.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
And it's second.
Ball.
Drilled in the air out towards right center. And this one looks like trouble. He's there. He's got it. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away. Next to hit, Lenny Sosa, 1 for 3.
Second baseman, Lenny Sosa.
Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. He talked about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. The run scores from third. It's an RBI single, and they now lead by 9.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
At the plate, Edgar Caro. Man on second, 2 down. Ground ball up the middle. Nice grab. To first. What a play. Inning over. We go to the 8th. Now. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Mike Vassell.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Late swing, foul to the left. 0-2 now.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Tied him up on a fastball inside. Next up for the A's, Anthony Santander. Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. And they've got their first run. It's 9-1. 1 down. Here's Yelich at the dish. 0 for 3 in this one. Check swing, and he went. No balls, 2 strikes. Tried to hold up on the 0-2. Now a look down to third. No swing. He held up. Patrick Johnson with the call there. 1-2 here. 1 out. Base is empty and a run in. And we're at the top of the 8th. He goes down looking.
Up next for the A's.
Now it's the DH, Brent Rooker. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Strike 2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Struck him out swinging. Bottom of the 8th. Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, J.P. Crawford.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Check swing, but he went too far, and the count is 2-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Here's a 2-2. That's a base hit. And a man aboard.
Up next for the Yankees. The right
Aaron
fielder,
Judge
number
comes to the
99,
plate now.
Aaron
We think of home runs when we see Judge, which makes sense because, well, he hits a lot of them.
Yeah, you're right about that, Boog. In fact, Judge.
Well struck left field. That one carrying. And it's out of here. He flexes his power with that swing. And they add on. It's 11-1.
Was a point all I needed was